Step one, say we need to talk. He walks, you say sit down, it's just talk. He smiles politely back at you. You stare politely right on. Why you came, where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. And I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. How to save a life.
1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get that This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Visit betterhelp.com/Padilla because sometimes existing is exhausting. My name's Anthony Padilla, and I spent a day with Amaranth. Today, we'll uncover the truth about how her popularity exploded during what's known as the hot tub meta and why she's considered one of the most controversial streamers on the internet. By the end of this video, we'll find out if entertaining millions of followers live has been entirely gratifying, or if the stalking, swatting, and invasive attacks she's endured has been more tormenting than anyone could ever imagine. Hello, Kate.
Hey, what's up?
Why do you think some people consider you to be such a controversial figure?
I've been trying to figure that out also. I think it's just because it's a girl on Twitch and she has cleavage. That's unacceptable.
Do you think it's because you've been banned multiple times from Twitch?
Maybe, but a lot of people have.
How many times have you been banned?
5 times. They call it suspensions, not actual bans.
Not banned, because it's not permanent.
It's like a timeout.
What did you do in that time? Did you reflect on yourself and say, I'm never gonna be a bad person ever again?
No, usually I plan ahead for my content. I'll do photo shoots the whole time that I'm banned.
So
I just get ahead on stuff.
They give you a break.
It's more of just accelerating the work that I would be doing so that when I come back, I can just stream that week and not have to take the photo shoot days.
Have you ever publicly broken down your revenue sources and how much they bring in?
The biggest one is...
And are we allowed to say that? An undisclosed website for fans.
Okay, I make about 1.3 to 1.4 million a month currently. And then my second biggest one, Patreon, over 100K there right now a month. I think Twitch is the third one, and I make about 100K there a month.
Damn, what am I doing on YouTube? I gotta be on some websites where fans go wild.
Are you ready to spread them?
I'm ready to try it out. Anyway, how do you respond when you hear people say that you don't deserve your fame or success? All you do is monetize your looks or lick a microphone?
There's like probably millions of girls trying to do what I do who no one's even heard about. So it's clearly not just looks, because I'm sure a lot of them are more attractive than I am. So it's also the dedication to putting in the hours, looking at each strategy for the social medias. There's a lot of work.
Before you started creating content, what were you doing?
For work, I actually had a character company that I owned, and we would go to birthday parties or do hospital visits for kids as Disney princesses. It was like a dream job.
And then what got you into doing what you do now, Twitch?
2016, they invited me because they had this creative category, which is funny because now people are like, get off of our platform, and Twitch is for gamers.
You were
like,
personally invited.
Twitch invited me to stream.
What propelled you into the massive popularity that you see today?
Once the hot tub started in 2021, at the beginning of the year,
hot tub meta.
That's when I went.
Who started the hot tub meta?
People were doing outside streams in hot tubs for a few years, right? Off and on. I even did that outside in my pool. Someone got the idea to start using an inflatable tub inside. Within like 30 minutes of me setting up the hot tub, it went to 30K viewers. And I'm like, why have I not been doing this the whole career?
What do you think was the draw?
I think it was just the fact that this is something that people haven't seen before. Because before they made a section for it, it was all in the just chatting section. And so they would just start seeing thumbnails of like girls in bikinis in a hot tub and with various floaties. And they're like, what is happening? How is Twitch allowing this? So it was kind of like they would tune in to see like, are they gonna get banned live? I wanna be here when they get banned because I'm mass reporting it right now. And then some other people were just enjoying the view.
And what made it so controversial?
There's a lot of Twitch's audience that for some reason are just against women using their looks. And it's funny because video games do that constantly.
Dead or Alive Beach volleyball? I play that game for the volleyball.
It seems to be accepted widely when male-dominated industries use women for looks, but when women start using their own looks, it's not acceptable anymore.
What have been some of the ways that you've been attacked online?
Oh, I'll get like death threats all the time. People like, I'm gonna kill your family, or I'm gonna come in and kill you, like I'm gonna go to your barn and poison your horses.
Does any of it faze you?
It used to, and at this point, I think it's all just like hot air. Anybody who has the resources to actually make these kinds of things happen typically don't have enough time or the desire to hate people online in a chat room.
How do you feel when you read negative comments online?
I feel kind of bad for the people making those comments. Life is short. You don't get that much free time, you know? And they go online and they just lash out at people. Like, how upset with your own life do you have to be where you find that fun?
Some people journal, some people go to therapy, some people attack people online. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels great.
Does it? Because I keep having to do it. Even if it's negativity, it's still engagement. It's still another view count. Because people who like have these negative opinions of you, you stick in their mind longer, because that's just how human nature works. Haters are my biggest advertisement. Sometimes if I lock my chat into sub mode, they'll sub, and I'm like, thank you for the sub, in hate comments. And I'm like, well, at least you're paying me.
You still receive hate when it's on sub-only mode?
They'll sub just to hate. And I'm like, thanks for the money.
Are you constantly being objectified?
Ever since I was 9, I would like run across my street to my friend's house, and there would be guys catcalling me from the side of the street, being like,
"What's up, sexy mama?"
I'm like
At
a
9?
9-year-old. Welcome to being a woman. Like, if people are gonna be creepy to you, you might as well get the bag.
A few Halloweens ago, I dressed up as Werewolf, a werewolf that was also Cher. So many men driving by whistled at me, screamed at me, said things like, "Ooh, hot mama, shake that booty, rump, go bouncy, bounce, bounce." I posted a community tab post on YouTube asking people, hey, let me know your questions for Amaranth. And so many people were like, she was fully exposed by Ludwig for watching Netflix and tuning into other streams while she's streaming.
Did I just find out that you're secretly watching Twitch while farming thousands of views? You watch movies and shit too, I bet.
And people would like you to address this controversy.
You're telling me nobody's watched YouTube or Twitch while they're at work?
It's the biggest controversy of the year. You were working, and then you weren't fully there, present.
Oh my God.
You weren't present with your audience.
Sorry, I'm not present enough to read the constant train of
Pick a tit out. Show your teeth.
The real reason is because ASMR, it's meant to relax people. And I'm listening with headphones a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So it relaxes me too. If I don't want to fall asleep on stream, I have to have something stimulating my mind.
What about when you are sleeping? Are you streaming while you're sleeping?
Some nights I am. I actually have more viewers when I'm asleep than when I'm awake.
What?
It's crazy.
Are you kidding?
No, when I'm asleep, it'll spike to 20K.
Just
I'm like, where are you guys when I'm awake?
Oh.
When I wake up, they leave. Then it goes back down to 10K. And I'll have like an alarm, and as the time gets closer to the alarm going off, people will just pile in and be like, what's gonna happen? I think they're hoping that I'll forget that I'm on stream when I wake up and just start stripping or something.
Oh, that's what you would normally do when you wake up in the morning.
Normally I wake up already naked, but you know, on stream I have to wear clothes.
I only do it because society makes me.
Exactly.
Does any of that hate that you receive online trickle into your real life?
Occasionally it does. I've been swatted so much at this point where the cops, they don't even have their guns out anymore. And I tell them, look at my stream too. If I'm online, that I'm not dead, right? And they're still obligated to come by.
How often are you getting swatted?
A few times a month, typically. At this point, I feel like I should just leave a table out with cookies saying hi, like take one, please.
You mentioned that recently someone set your trash can on fire.
I guess they were hoping it would catch the house or catch my attention. I'm really lucky because it was inches away from catching on the yard. And it was really unfortunate. Now that the police know that I get swatted so much, I tried to call in to report my own incident, and they were not sure if it was actually me.
How do you prevent that? Do you have any desire to prevent that, or are you just like, oh, that just comes with the territory?
I would love to prevent it, but I don't know how you prevent it, right? When I move and get my ranch property,
there you
I can do
go.
whatever I want.
20-foot chain link fence walls.
A moat with crocodiles.
Autonomous turrets.
A guard team of kangaroos that will punch you.
Or kick.
That too.
What has been your most disturbing fan interaction?
A stalker. They were just blowing up my DMs like a novel over the course of like probably 6 months. And they would just respond to everything I did on stream as if I was talking to them only. I decided to read through them one time, and I saw the evolution of crazy. It went from, I'm so glad I found you on Twitch, you're awesome, happy to support. And then it evolved into, I'm so glad you're my girlfriend, you're amazing, and I love you. And then it turned into like, I'm so glad we're engaged. He would Photoshop himself behind me in pictures.
Oh,
Like I had like mirror selfies, and he would Photoshop himself in there. they're like holding my waist.
And how far did that go?
It got to, I'm in Houston, isn't your friend gonna come pick me up at the airport?
And you've never interacted with this person
No.
as far as you know?
He got a hotel in my P.O. box zip code. And so I could not go outside for like 2 weeks while he was in town.
Is that just commonplace for you at this point? Are you just like, oh,
That
this is...
level was exceptionally crazy, but yeah, crazy people are very commonplace now.
Do you find the people that hate you or the people that obsessively love you more of a threat?
Both, because often they can actually be the same person. A lot of times they'll start off as obsessive lovers, and then when you don't acknowledge them, they become obsessive haters.
Does this job prevent you from having public relationships or dating?
It's really hard for me to feel like I can date anyone. What type of guy would be willing for me to ignore them for 15 hours a day while I talk to other guys online? You might have to be desperate, because I don't consider myself like
you
the
think
most...
someone has to be desperate to try to date you?
I'm not the most attractive, right? It's like there's probably girls who are just as good looking, if not more, who won't ignore you for 15 hours a day.
What makes all of this worth it?
My goals still do make it worth it for me, because my ultimate goal is to make this huge animal sanctuary. Like, not just like kennels and stuff. I don't want it to be like this little tiny shelter in my backyard.
You want a Disney World for dogs.
Yeah, there's one that I look up to right now, Big Dog Ranch Rescue, and it costs them, they said, about $2 million per year to run.
So you want to get to a point where you are comfortably bringing in at least $2 million a year passively.
That's why I haven't done it yet, because I'm waiting for my passive income to get farther than my active income, so that way I can pivot my focus, because you need that. Otherwise, the funding for it could dwindle out within a few years.
Do you ever find that your self-worth is attached to your numbers?
I don't really consider my self-worth attached to it, but it is disappointing if I see the numbers falling off, because at the end of the day, you know, I want to have an animal sanctuary. So when I see like all the numbers kind of going down because these platforms are being taken down, like Instagram was a huge hit, it really makes me feel like guilty a little bit.
Guilty?
Like if I had been more mainstream, maybe people would hate me less, type of thing.
And yet you're able to retain that distance from your work? I
just feel like if you let it get to you, it's only gonna get worse. Because this isn't like my passion. Being a content creator isn't like what I wanted to do. I'd much rather be riding a pony somewhere in a meadow playing with dogs.
Yeah.
Like playing Pokemon. Like I'm just like a 6-year-old in an adult woman's body. I think people get that misconception like, oh, such an attention whore. They'll be like, you want attention so bad. I'm like, no, I don't. I want the money to do what I want so bad.
I've definitely found myself feeling really hurt when the numbers fall. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What does this mean about me? Why am I not capable? And I do wish that I had your perspective. I think another reason why the numbers don't affect me on a personal level is because I don't feel like I'm truly Kate when I'm doing all of my work. Like my personality doesn't really change, but I attach like my actions, my streams, my content to Amaranth. My default desire is not to throw ass and get attention from men all day. What was your childhood like?
I would say pretty lonely. So I played a lot by myself, had like Pokemon toys, super into Pokemon, had my Nintendo 64. My brother was 5 years older than me. So when we were really young, we would play video games together. But that was pretty much the only person I played with. On my street, there wasn't a lot of kids either growing up to play with, but there were a lot of dogs in my neighborhood. So the dogs became my friends.
You grew up in kind of a conservative family. Your parents were a little bit more conservative.
Yes.
How do they feel about what you do?
At first, they were a little apprehensive just because they know that men are creepy. They were very scared for my safety. The point where my parents were like, is this really worth it? So I'm like, okay, listen, I make $1 million a year at that point. Now I make it a month, but at a year, and they're like, okay.
They needed to see a number to know how cool they were with it.
Exactly.
I've seen some news articles pop up explaining that you have wild investments. Can you explain these wild investments with your millions and millions of dollars?
I think the biggest one was the gas station.
It seems like such a weird thing. You're like, a Twitch streamer who got popular with the hot tub meta has a gas station.
Very contrasting.
Why gas station?
Well, my accountant came to me with this, I can depreciate the whole cost of the gas station building. The building is about $3 million. So basically I can take that $3 million and I can detract that from my total income. And now I'm taxed on this new lower income. So it saves me about $1.1 million in taxes. Now I have this gas station that I own and it makes back profit would be like $85,000 a year profit. I don't have to do anything.
So you can either hold on to it for...
Well, I'm in a contract because I'm leasing it out to a Circle K.
You're leasing your gas station to a Circle K.
That's how that works, yeah.
You also tweeted recently that you invested $1 million in stock, Visa stock.
Yeah, that's just a really reliable company. So I feel like you can't lose with that one. And I'm already up 100,000 since I invested in it.
Why tweet it? Why tell the world about it?
I started tweeting out my business stuff because Instagram got taken down and I needed some way to gain press. And they love writing articles every time I do something, so I just keep doing it.
So you spend $1 million in an investment that is almost guaranteed to make profit, and you're buying marketing because every news platform that talks about this kind of stuff is writing articles about you.
Exactly.
Smart.
Do what I gotta do.
I saw some backlash that said something like, it is disgusting how you rich people can do all this, and if we try and do this, we can't.
It's like you could whip out your titties.
You could whip out
Or
your
your pee-pee.
or your schlongs.
That's right. Because before I started doing social media, I couldn't even afford to fill up my gas tank. Now I own a
many
gas
gas
station. Yeah,
tanks.
exactly.
Do you feel like it gets more press because people do have that image that you are just someone that uses their body, and they're like, what? This person
I think,
actually
yeah.
makes smart business
I think
moves?
it's surprising to people.
Do you feel like they would be less amazed if you were someone else?
Oh, absolutely. If I was a male, they probably wouldn't care as much. But because I look like a bimbo,
I look like a himbo.
there's nothing wrong with that. It means we're hot.
True. You stream almost 400 hours a month. I did the math. There are 730 hours in a month. Is there ever a moment that you are not streaming, that you're like, oh, I need to take a break, I need to step away?
Well, I haven't had a day off for me since February. Every day that I'm not streaming, we are recording content.
Do you ever have a break?
I would say sometimes when I go to the barn, like sometimes I'll take like an hour or two to myself before then, just to like relax and hang out with my horses, and then I'll start my stream.
You mentioned that your looks have a shelf life,
Yes.
and therefore what you do has a shelf life because it relies on your looks. Do you have any fear about what will happen to your career as you age? Before we continue learning about the world of Amaranth.
I'm actually very inexperienced sexually. I've had like one partner before, so my body count's really low.
I'd like to take just one hot, spicy second to remind you that you can also listen to all these episodes completely uncensored on the podcast version of the show. Yes, I do mean especially the episode I did with Dominatrixes that was so heavily censored that you could not understand what was being said. And I'll also be getting the episodes with Mia Khalifa, Famous Cam Girls, Corpse, and Dream over there as well. The podcast links are all down below. And if you're sitting there wondering, Anthony, how do you fund this incredibly high-budget series? Well, you've come to the right place, because I'd like to thank Native for sponsoring and making this episode possible. Maybe you're tired of putting a bunch of unnatural shit in and on your body. I don't know. Native, though, makes it easy to switch to a personal care brand that makes all their products with simple ingredients. They care about the products you put on your body and are all about stopping the stink the right way. Trust me, there is a wrong way to stop the stink. I tried. They create products that are made with ingredients like shea butter and coconut oil that smell so good you'll wish that you could do more than just put them on your body. Native deodorant also checks a lot of boxes, like aluminum-free, 24-hour odor protection, zero.com. I'd also like to thank Cushions. Terms apply, of course, so hurry the fuck up. Now back to the world of Amaranth. You mentioned that your looks have a shelf life.
Yes.
And therefore, what you do has a shelf life because it relies on your looks. Do you have any fear about what will happen to your career as you age?
There's so many girls coming up in the industry who are going to be younger, hotter. So there's always so much selection to choose from. And in a career where your looks are very important, I feel like it's so easy to get drowned out by just more attractive people every year.
Are you hyper-focused on your looks?
Yeah, make sure I'm working out enough, I'm eating a healthy diet, I make sure that like I don't get injured, like I'll never go paintballing with friends or anything, because I'm like, I can't have
You're
these
very protective of
bruises.
your body.
Like I even fell off my horse during a photo shoot, and that made a bruise on one of my butt cheeks. And
The important
then,
butt cheek or the less important?
the one that I could hide if I was on my good side, luckily.
Oh, okay,
But
so
like,
it's not bad.
but from like a straight on back shot, people were like, "Is that a poop stain?" I'm like, no, it's a bruise.
What's next for Amaranth?
Well, I just made a rap video, and it's centered around my 7-Eleven purchase. And it's kind of like me firing back at haters. I made it intentionally kind of cringy and memeable so that
Yeah.
people would talk about it more. Because I feel like if it's too good, people won't remember it.
So you have to make it a little cringy.
A little bad, yeah. Stuff that people would be like, watch this.
The song's already recorded, right?
Yeah, song is recorded.
But you're still shooting the video.
Correct. Do you want to be in it?
You want me to be in your music video?
Yeah, if you want to.
I would love nothing more.
Hell yeah.
Are we actually gonna do it?
Yeah. There actually is something really exciting that I can share with you. I recently signed a contract with Playboy to be on centerfolds that makes me a Playboy model now officially.
Congratulations.
What's weird though, even though Playboy is also centered around lewd girls, people respect it more.
Interesting.
If it's companies using women for personal gain, but they don't respect the women themselves if they do it on their own.
Oh, having autonomy
Yeah,
sucks and is
being
dumb.
entrepreneurs, getting the profits off their own body completely, that's weird.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about you?
I'm some kind of sexual goddess.
You're not a sexual guy. I'm out of here, man. I thought I was interviewing a sexual goddess. This shit.
I'm actually very inexperienced sexually. I've had like one partner before, so my body count's really low, and I think people always expect it to be high, especially if you monetize
Right.
your body.
Do you think there are any of your viewers that just heard you say that you are not this image that they have in their head of what you're like and are now disappointed?
Oh, I'm sure there are. Like, what? She's not gonna f me? What? Yeah, I don't do hookups. I'm sorry.
I am so sorry for all the dreams that have been broken today.
Tiny little violet.
All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out or promote anything you want directly into camera. Go.
You can find all my active links on downbad.com because by the time you see this at some point, one of those platforms may have changed. There's no point in shouting out them individually. Subscribe to Anthony's channel. He's awesome. Great content. Loves talking to controversial people.
Mm-hmm.
That way you learn more about them.
That's right.
Maybe you find out that they're not just, attention whores online. They're actually people.
Well, there you have it. I spent a day with Amaranth, and one thing that inspired me most is Kate's ability to detach herself from the negativity that she receives online, and she's able to see that more as a reflection of the person leaving the comment than her. And how she's kept her sights focused on her passion for animal welfare. And I feel like we could all use that kind of empathy in our lives.
People on my fans' websites
I thought we had 60 minutes. We actually have 30 minutes. So there are 14 jumbo gyoza. That is literally the size of my fist.
Crispy chef.
Make it the size of a pit.
Watching Joey die in 4K.
How's it going, everyone? This is the Anime Man, and today I'm here with Chris Broad.
Hello everyone, good to see you. I've been on the floor for 5 minutes.
We're right in the middle of Shibuya, Tokyo, and Chris, because you're on this channel, you know what to expect
It
already.
usually means food,
We've done it
usually means
before.
cholesterol, it usually means something not fun.
You're absolutely correct on that.
What was it we did last time? The Monster Ramen.
We did the Monster Ramen Challenge, which I won. There is another monster variant that you have also done already.
Yes, the Monster Gyoza Dumpling Challenge. Did it about 3 years ago with Natsuki. He was actually physically sick afterwards. It was absolutely joke size, it was like a small child.
Right.
Natsuki came with a plastic sword, and he actually used the sword to cut the gyoza. It was that big. I've kind of got like PT. PTSD when it comes to gyoza now. Like 3 or 4 gyoza are fine, but anything big or anything that involves lots of gyoza is something that doesn't make me very happy.
Unfortunately, I'm not your therapist, but it's time to face your fears because it's time for another gyoza challenge. But we're not going to be doing the one giant gyoza challenge that you and Natsuki did. Instead, because in Tokyo, there is actually multiple places where you can do gyoza challenges. One of them that I happen to find is in this place right here called Ajisen here in Shibuya. Instead of one giant gyoza, it's 15 jumbo gyozas.
And what do I get if I complete this challenge?
Well, you get the same reward as the Monster Ramen challenge, which
What,
is
nothing?
no 10,000 yen.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I thought there's money involved.
Yeah. So it's either if you complete it before me, or if you end up eating more than me, then you get 10,000 yen.
Ruin my health for money again.
If not, then I get 10,000 yen.
I've had a good start to this year with my health, and now
Really?
I've destroyed it before we've even begun.
Well then, should we get going?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Reluctantly, here we go. Masks on. Enter the gyoza restaurant.
It's time.
The lion's den.
But hey, before we jump into the thick of it, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Honkai Impact 3rd. Honkai Impact 3rd now brings the latest 5.5 version to captains with the goal in both black and white. Cruel third.
It looks really damn good. I haven't had a good Chinese meal in a while.
A succulent Chinese meal.
I found the gyoza, but I haven't found the giant dumplings.
Well, it's funny you say that actually, because I just found out that you can only order this online. It's actually like a secret menu.
Secret menu.
Yeah. People have to find out about it online. You then have to phone up this place to say, I want to do the I want to die. I want to drown in gyoza. And then you come in on that time of day and you do the challenge.
There's a wall like just behind there with loads of photos of people that have done this ridiculous challenge.
There's actually some like pretty famous like food fighters as well though.
Yeah, there's a guy there with a timer that says 7 minutes 26 seconds.
I'd like to think he didn't do it in 7 minutes, and I'd like to think that's the time remaining.
What have I let myself in for today? Why have I agreed to do this? Like, people are like, oh, Chris is looking good recently, he's looking healthy, there's a change. And I'm about to fuck that into the ground for Ichimae.
For Ichimae yen.
$100.
$100. It's $100 and your respect.
And my trashed cholesterol.
Yes.
Again, this is the last time I'm doing a food challenge, like ever. I say it every time, but this is the last time. I'm gonna be 32 this year. I can't do this to myself. I can't keep going on. Bring it on, let's do it.
Let's wait for the gyoza. All right, oh my God.
Are you having a lot? That's a plate each.
What?
Are you actually serious?
Yeah, look at that.
I don't think I can even eat one of these. Are you having a laugh? You've brought the wrong man to this video. I am not gonna, this is awful.
It's so much bigger than it looked online. So there are 14 jumbo gyoza. I thought we had 60 minutes. We actually have 30 minutes.
So you eat all this in 30 minutes and it's free. You save 5,000
You save 5,000 yen.
Wow.
So I've got the Ichimae right here. Hopefully we won't have to use this today.
This is like, who's going to be the one that doesn't have a stroke competition?
That is literally the size of my fist. It's like eating 15 fists.
Are you having a... Oh, God.
I think they said online that this is roughly the equivalent to about 100 of the regular size gyoza.
100.
I'm gonna get myself ready here. I'm gonna pump myself up. I can't pick it up!
And I'm ahead already by picking it up.
Itadakimasu.
It's got a very thick, kind of crispy batter to it to hold in all that pork.
I thought the batter was going to be a lot softer, but it is actually quite crispy.
There's no way you can eat this, you're going to burn your mouth out.
Okay, hold on. Quick maths. If there's 14 here and we have 30 minutes, that means we roughly have to eat one every 2 minutes.
I don't think it's a question of are we going to finish it, it's a question of who's going to eat the most. That's what we're playing for.
Why did you say yes to this?
I don't know. It's actually hurting my wrist, holding it. It's so heavy.
Well, the double chin we're going to develop out of all this gyoza is definitely going to disappear from the amount of chewing I'm fucking doing. Right, one down.
Like, what number gyoza am I going to start to get bored of this flavor? One. One for me. I'm at 2 and it's still good. I mean... Fucking hell.
How the hell did that guy do it in 22 minutes? It's not even about like if it fits in your stomach or not. It's about like getting over this heat.
I can't hold the damn thing, it's so heavy.
Because the whole thing is like just a pocket, it doesn't stop being hot. Every bite, it's just as hot as the first.
It's so greasy.
It's really greasy.
The Wankosoba noodle challenge, the noodles are healthy. The Monster Ramen challenge, the noodles are kind of not healthy, but it's still okay. This is just pure oil, pure cholesterol, pure pork. Two down.
I'm gonna try this method.
What are you doing?
That's a bad idea.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
For content.
Half Japan just walked in, and they were like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
They're like, are they food fighters? No, we're just idiots. The food is fighting back, that's for sure.
What are you doing? Hyperventilating.
You know what's the worst thing about these kinds of challenges?
Your digestion system being trashed.
That too.
I think it's just also the fact that the audience will never actually know. Like, we'll never feel what we're feeling right now.
Unless they also do this.
If you've ever felt physically sick, you'll know how we feel. The first two yos are actually not too bad. But this one, the batter's very rubbery.
I feel there's definitely like some luck elements where like sometimes it's like really crispy and then other times it's just like really rubbery.
It's like biting into a tire.
A very oily tire. Zoom in on this batter. Look how thick this batter is. That's ridiculous.
You beat me at the ramen, right?
Yeah.
So I want to try and redeem myself this time.
This is making the Monster Ramen challenge seem very easy.
Oh, Monster Ramen's a walk in a fucking park compared to this shit show.
Oh my god.
Can't even pick the fucking food up. At least at Monster Ramen, you can eat the food and not burn your mouth out or get carpal tunnel syndrome.
My tongue is definitely burned, I can feel it.
Oh, it hurts. Come on, you got it off. What the? Alright, 3. I have gyoza sweats. I'm like sweating from places I don't normally sweat from.
This will be coming out of every orifice. Look at it. Look at how floppy it is.
That's a big one, dude.
Oh wait, hold on. This one's kind of small. Ugh, who am I kidding? They're all horribly huge.
He's finding the smallest one.
Life hacks. Get the small good. Look at the oil. Why would anyone do this?
No, the question is, why would anyone do this other than for content?
That's disgusting. The skin on that one is insane. Alright. Need to drench this shit. They clearly thought, let's put the good gyoza on the top, right?
Wait, what number is that?
This is 3.
Okay, I'm 1 ahead, but I can't muster the strength to pick this up. Nor can my wrists.
I love gyoza normally. The sort of crispy shell. Gyoza typically. Crispy shell, juicy meat. Brilliant. When you have to make it the size of a fist, you have to have a batter big enough to hold the pork, and that compromises the flavour.
That was probably the worst bite I've had, like ever. That skin was dummy thick, but not in a good way.
Oh, look at oil. Drive off down the road. That's what I want to do right now.
It's like the BP oil spill of food. This could single-handedly kill more pelicans than the BP oil spill.
Catching up, Joey.
No, you're not.
I know.
No, you're not.
My tactic is switched to making Jay physically sick, and I hope that I'll win.
I'm already there.
I reckon this is what hell might be like. Sitting in a Chinese restaurant eating
Doing this every day.
Once you finish one plate, another slowly arrives in its place. God, 15 minutes couldn't come any sooner. Free me. Please, sweet embrace of death. Come to me now.
How's this rank compared to Monster Ramen and Wankosoba?
I think in order of would I do this again, Wankosoba number 1, and then Monster Ramen number 2. Gyoza challenge like number 96.
I vowed I would never eat like a big gyoza again, and I've broken that vow.
I want to go back in time and just clothesline my past self for even suggesting and being like, hey, this might be good content, Joey. You've always wanted to try something like this, right? Go for it. Call them up. Reserve it. No. You fucking idiot. I've done enough food challenges with Chris to know when he's really struggling, he starts going,
Is that your 4th one? Just putting it in my mouth makes me feel sick.
shit, he's caught up.
It's the worst thing I've ever done, quite comfortably. 4 down. At least the jumbo one, you didn't feel a sense of guilt because you'd eat it. This one, you eat one and the pile just doesn't look smaller.
Because the problem is that it's stacked one on top of the other. So when you take one away, there's just another one there. Oh, how? This man's crazy. This is a madman right here.
The sheer willpower of this man.
I want a clean plate. This plate, look at this, it's just pure oil and shit.
I want to eat 5, but I don't want to eat 5.
Do it for the trash taste viewership. The next person you see if you ate all this gyoza would be someone working in a morgue. Like, honestly.
I just want them to open the body bag. It's just a bunch of gyoza comes out. To anyone watching this and being like, oh, it's fucking easy, just eat it, eh? Fuck you.
Get some pork, mince it up, wrap it in some Wrigley's chewing gum, Wrigley's spearmint, cover it in oil, cover it in shit, and then eat it, and that will still taste better than this probably. God damn it.
And then make 15 of those.
I wonder if I can trick my mind into thinking it's good.
Might ever matter. If you can do that, I'll call you Gaunt from now on. You'll be the new monk of this law, because I don't even think Gaunt could muster up that mental energy. Like the emergency sirens are going off in my brain right now. It's like whoop whoop whoop.
You're going to die.
We're both finished 4. I am maybe 2/5 of the way through my 5th one, and Chris is starting his 5th one.
Listen to that when it plonks down. Listen to that. Listen. That's not good.
We have about 5 minutes left. It couldn't come any sooner. Please. My heart is like hurting. Is that good? Is that bad?
Watching Joey die in 4K.
What do they do in the food fighter things? They like twist their body around, right?
I actually went head to head with a food fighter once. She's half my size, and she would eat that in like 4 seconds.
Fucking
And she would stand up periodically and jump like that.
what, to like bring the food down?
Yeah, like that.
Alright, let me try. Oh, I'm getting motion sick.
Earthquake simulation.
The moment it gets close to my mouth, my brain's going, stop it right now, I love you.
Somebody's gonna destroy me using that sound effect.
Chris Broad climaxing while looking at a piece of gyoza. So far, I am slightly in the lead, although it's very close.
I want to at least match you,
Yeah.
but the clock is ticking.
Please, at least match me. I don't even care. I'm not even the star of the show anymore. It's Chris now. It's Chris time. Fever time. Gyoza fever time. I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
All in one. Go on.
Do it once. One more bite is all I need to win. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Judo. Shocker. We failed. Also shocker. We're alive.
For now, Joey.
All right, but let's look at the results, shall we? We both finished 4. That's good, I guess. Yay. How far did you get on yours? About
2/3 of the way.
2/3 of the way. What about me?
Come on, that is equal.
No, I'm like 3/5.
Fuck off with your fractions. I had bigger gyoza. Well, I think we should call that even.
Well, we got Luke here who helped us judge the
Go on,
Monster Ramen special, so...
I think it's.
Don't do me over again.
I think it's only fair that it's a tie.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. GG's.
Well done. Well done.
Well done. Yeah, that was probably the worst thing I've ever done. I'm glad I could share this pain with someone I hate. The 10,000 is not going to go to any of us. If anything, it is going to go towards paying for this meal, because that's how much it cost. No one wins, everyone loses, we're all sick. Hopefully some laughs.
No, there's no laughter.
Not from here, from the other side.
No.
It's just horrified faces.
I need to stop doing this. I need to stop doing it for myself. Luckily, there's no more food challenges ever in the world. I'm not eating gyoza like again now.
Yeah,
That's just ruined.
I think,
Gyoza,
yeah.
oil and vinegar, all in one 25-minute, 30-minute session.
I think I'm going to swear off gyoza for 2022.
To summarise this ordeal in one word, what would that word be? Hell. Just hell. I would choose the word clusterfuck. I am glad that we've matched. I've actually matched you on this one.
I'm honestly surprised you were able to keep up. I mean, I definitely paced down.
You did pretty badly today. I just don't know how people can eat that. I don't know how the guy on the wall smiling with his silly face. How he ate that.
He's definitely smiling with his mouth, but not his eyes. I think it's fundamentally impossible to be able to be like, at the end of this, it's just like you'd have to be a psychopath.
I'll tell you who I want to see. I want to see like Natsuki and Connor do this. That'll be one to watch.
But yeah, thanks for coming along, Chris.
Oh, it was my pleasure, Joe. I'm really glad I came all the way to Tokyo to eat fucking 4 or 5 massive gyoza.
And then just
Be
feel
physically
absolutely sick, yeah.
Really worthwhile, wasn't it? Yeah. This is why I became a YouTuber, to make this kind of content.
I am going to die as I lived, fully monetized. But if you'd like to do this challenge for yourself, I don't know why you would. I've left the location to this restaurant, Ajisan, down in the description below, so go check it out. Also, if you'd like to check out more food challenges, I've left that in the description as well. And go subscribe to Abroad in Japan, where we
don't subject ourselves to shit like this.
Yeah, Royal Japan's about fun and laughter and happiness. It's not this.
I mean, fun and laughter for us, not so much for Natsuki.
Come enjoy this. Come see
it's
it.
fun times.
I've earned it. I've earned it.
All right, let's get the hell out of here, though. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Johnny.
Hello. Testing. How do I talk to real human beings? Do we just start? What did we do? Hello, gamers, and welcome to the next episode of Trash Taste. Fucking, I started
What
already.
is this, midnight radio? Hello there, viewers.
You know, I don't even want to pretend I have energy right now. I'm coming in with a chill.
You don't have any
cast
energy?
today. I don't know. You're
the host, Garn. You should come in with host energy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Trash Taste. I am your host for today, Gant. And that was that enough energy, Connor? Was that enough energy?
Who are we? I don't know who we are.
I am Gant, and once again, I'm joined by my host, Connor and Joey. How have you boys been?
We've been all right. How have you been? It's more the question.
Where have you been, Gant?
I've not been all right. I mean, I've certainly been in isolation. So. If you didn't know, this is actually the first time we filmed in 3 weeks now because we took 2 weeks off,
3 weeks,
right? I don't know about you boys, but not filming for like 3 weeks felt like 3 years for me.
Yeah.
Right? Because especially for me, right? Because I go on Twitter, I go on social media, I see you guys, streaming, doing all your shit, and here I am just being like, just in bed, can't really talk.
I don't think anyone can fault you for that, right? Like, you got fucking COVID. Of course you're going to be sick.
So if you didn't know, I unfortunately tested positive about 2 weeks ago now. It's been actually 15 days since I tested positive.
Yeah.
Now I have officially tested negative, so I am safe to film again with the boys. But just in case, I'm in like my own isolation corner right here.
Yeah.
We didn't plan this.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so I've been in isolation for 14 days, and
How does it feel? How does it feel to get COVID?
It sucks. Okay, and I mean,
Yeah.
it like
American.
luckily
It feels American. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Wow.
I'm sorry. We're British too. I mean,
It's 0 days.
I had to. It's been 3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks, and Connor's already. How many minutes has that been?
I was just like,
I was having withdrawal symptoms
that
for 3 weeks, being
the
like, I
vein
want to
busting?
shit so hard.
My veins were bursting. I hadn't insulted America in 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I remember when I got it, I was honestly like a little bit salty. Okay, I was a little bit salty, not because obviously getting COVID sucks, right?
Yeah.
But I was a little bit salty because before I got COVID, I hardly ever went out at all. Right. I didn't go out because I spent all this time marathoning all the great anime of 2021 to make my best of anime 2021 video. So I was just like inside, just watching all the best shit, watching all this anime. Didn't go out. I went out, aside from Trash Taste recordings, I went out once. And the only time I went out was with these boys. that was literally the only time I went out in the past 2 weeks prior to me catching COVID.
Yeah.
Right?
I think I figured it out.
You think you figured it out?
I know why you got it.
Okay.
I think the air when you're 6 foot is high enough. When COVID was traveling in the 6 foot sphere. Under the 6 foot, we couldn't breathe it in. We couldn't breathe it in.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like hot air rises, right? It's like COVID rises.
COVID was rising.
I was about to say anime gives you COVID, but like, I guess that's another hypothesis as well.
That's the actual scientific. We're not scientists. Do not take our advice.
Yeah. COVID is the height equalizer.
We needed this. We needed this.
They need a nerf 6 footers somehow.
Yeah. So I remember like when I tested positive, I remember messaging these boys, being like, boys, I gotta be honest, you should probably be careful because I'm not gonna lie, the only time I've been out in the past 2 weeks has, aside from Trash Taste, which I'm also with the boys, was with you guys when we went out for that one business meeting.
Let me just say, I'm glad I got that text while I was on the toilet because I did shit myself when I read that. I was like, oh my God.
Would you shit yourself if you weren't on?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, thank God my pants are down. And I'm literally taking a shit.
Yeah. So I was like, brace yourself, boys. It might come. It might come.
Storm's coming.
Yeah, the storm's coming. And then it didn't come. And apparently I was the only one who got COVID in our entire office. I mean, I say this because I say this. I'm happy that no one else got COVID aside from me. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Why didn't anyone else get it? I don't want to be the only one.
But as the guy who does not, the only time I go out to make content is for Trash Taste. You know, you boys filming outside, going outside, filming them constantly. I'm just like, why me? Why is it me? Why is it the nerd that stays inside and watches anime that gets COVID?
Anime gives you COVID, man. I'm telling you. Why do you think I stopped watching it? No, but like. Yeah, no, because because Sydney got it as well, right?
Yeah. Sydney got it around 2 days after me.
Right.
Kind of makes sense. That was 2 days after my symptoms had set in. And I mean, like, I think I'm glad that obviously I'm glad that I was vaccinated, and I think it was Omicron as well because my symptoms weren't too bad. I remember I felt something coming, and you know when you wake up and you're like. You have a bit of a sore throat and you like start shitting yourself because you're just like, oh, is this illness?
Is this it?
Am I getting ill? Am I getting paranoid? I remember on like the Thursday night, because I've been paranoid before about am I ill or am I not ill because I have like a slight sore throat or a slight cough or something. But I remember Thursday night here and like your body knows when it's about to get ill, or like I could feel that my body, like that a storm was coming in my body, right? And I was like praying to God that it was just the flu or some kind of normal other illness, right? But like I kind of knew that something was coming, and I was like, I told Sydney, like I think I'm about to get ill, and I'm like calling it now. I'm like calling it now. I'm
gonna get ill.
I'm gonna get ill.
You can't be mad if I get ill. I already said it.
Like, honey, don't be mad. Promise you won't be mad. I think I'm about to get ill. And so like I didn't have a fever, but like my body started to feel like a little bit groggy, a little bit fatigued, and I'm just like, I felt this before. I felt this before I've gotten like the flu or that kind of like illness where it like conks me out for a few days. So I'm like, honey, don't be alarmed, but I think I might be ill. And then I went to sleep, woke up, and I had a pretty high fever. For me at least. Like I remember when we did our second vaccination, I had like a fever of like 38 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but on that first day,
12.
It's not.
on that first day, I started off with a 38-degree fever, so I was like, okay, I definitely got a fever. Went to get tested, and then by the time nighttime came around, that fever had gone up to 40 degrees.
Fucking, which is dangerous.
Which is dangerous, and I was like googling, right? I was like googling when should I like go to the hospital?
Spoiler, he lived.
What is the boiling point for a human?
yeah, because normally when I get the flu or something, I go up to like 39, and I'm just like, even then that's pretty high.
A really bad cold.
That's a really bad cold. So I was like, it was like I remember measuring myself, getting to 40, and then I remember googling how high does your fever need to be to consider going to the hospital. And I remember googling it, and they said after around 41 degrees, you should consider going to the hospital. And me, already drenched in sweat, I start sweating even more because I'm just like,
what can they do though if you have a fever? It's like, oh, here's a bed. Lie down. Like, what can they actually
Is it like
do?
placebo where like because you're in a hospital you're gonna get better sooner?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe they're like, oh, he's an IV.
Or maybe they give you like more stronger meds.
Maybe they give you more stronger meds.
At least shut the fuck up.
This is hospital weather.
But also, it's one of those things. Okay, go ahead. I'll go on a rant after this.
No, I mean, like, all I was going to say is, I feel like it is a bit of a placebo, but also in case your symptoms do get majorly worse, there is someone there to put you under intensive care.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I'm absolutely terrified of hospitals. It's like the only thing I'm scared of.
No, same.
I don't really.
Well, I don't know anyone who goes to the hospital and goes, yay.
But some people don't mind. They're like, oh, whatever. But I'm like, I'll literally do anything not to go to the hospital. Which probably means that at some point I'm probably going to come down with something and I should probably go and get it checked out.
But
I'm not going to. But I'm not, because I'm so stupid that I'll be like, no, I'd rather not. Because like when I get ill, right, I just never ever assume I should go to the hospital. I just think, oh, I should just ride it out. But then you hear stories about how people die from that, and I'm like,
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of this is part of. I mean, I think a lot of this is part of growing up in England as well. Because I think there's definitely a difference in mentality when it comes to illness, especially when I started dating Sydney and seeing how she handled getting ill versus how I handled getting ill. Because I'm just like, if I have a high fever, I'm just like, just take some paracetamol, ride it out, whatever. Just like start
Sweat it
sweating in
out.
bed. Yeah, sweat it out,
Yeah.
sweat it out. Like because in England, if you go to see the doctor, by the time you book an appointment and you get the chance to go see the GP, it's like the fever's already gone, right? The fever's already gone. So most of the
You're either better or dead.
yeah. So it's either you're bad enough to go to the hospital, or you just don't go to the doctor at all. But like with Sydney, because luckily Sydney had health insurance when she was growing up in America.
Stop bragging.
Showing Sydney's privilege right here.
Yeah, right?
She had health
Wow.
insurance. Okay, wow, health insurance. But so she would be like, if she just got slightly ill, just go see the doctor. Just to make sure, just in case.
Use
just
that
in
health
case.
insurance to its
you
advantage,
Use that
right?
health
Yeah,
insurance
yeah.
because you can just go see a doctor. So why would you not go see a doctor? Me dying in bed being like, no, I don't see. Sydney, I don't need to see a doctor. I don't need to see a doctor. Why would I need to see a doctor? It's only like a 40-degree fever. Google says I need to be 41 to go see a doctor, Sydney. Come on.
I'm safe.
I ain't a pussy boy.
It's true though. In Japan, people are like that as well. I think.
Yeah.
When I show people, they're like, "I've got a headache. I'm going to the clinic." And it's like, what? No, you'll be fine. Just sleep it off. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh. But then, do you ever find that sometimes you're like, I don't know if this is a me thing, but sometimes I'm getting sick. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Stop right now. Don't do this.
What, did you develop men?
I think I don't know if this is just like me being stupid, but I just completely ignore it. When I'm like about to get sick, I'm like, we are not sick. We'll continue with our day like everything is normal.
That just sounds like copium to the max.
Sometimes I feel like it works though. I don't know. It's because I don't know if this is pure luck or it is probably my own stupidity. Like sometimes I get ill, I feel like the illness coming, and then in my mind I feel like this is like a deciding point in my head. I'm like, am I gonna resign myself to being ill, or am I gonna be like, no, I'm not ill. I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna do it. This sounds like some Joe Rogan-esque shit I'm saying right now. It's not. I don't know. Like for small illnesses, obviously, if you've got some kind of horrible illness, it's like,
The flu is controlled by the government.
No amount of mind power is going. Well, it's like the placebo effect, right? How like this could be complete like nonsense. But we are not medical professionals.
We're gonna say this right now. We are not
this is a
medical
joke.
professionals.
It's not. I inject horse urine into my veins, Jay. I don't know. Yeah, because when it's like a tiny illness, right? It's like a sore throat, something like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like how much of your like mental willpower can affect it, because you hear about the placebo effect affecting how you can perform in certain situations.
Yeah.
I'm wondering like how much can that affect your likeliness to get sick?
I mean, I do feel like okay, this is going to be complete speculation.
This is all
bullshit.
anecdotal.
Yeah.
Any medical professional will be laughing at us right now.
This is completely anecdotal, but I do feel like your mentality and your willingness to accept something, it does. I feel like it does play like some kind of subconscious effect, right? Because you hear about stories about people who have like a deadly illness, and because they have like the will to fight it, some people are able to fight through the illness, and some people are more inclined to give in. So I do feel, based on zero fucking scientific proof and just based on total anecdotal evidence, that there is some kind of effects that your mentality has towards illnesses. Sometimes, not every time. I'm not thinking people. I'm not saying everyone who died from cancer being like, you obviously didn't try to fucking. You obviously didn't try hard enough. You didn't fight it hard enough.
You just had to get good.
Cancer is just the dark souls of illnesses, guys. Come on, you just got to get good, man. You just got to get good. No, I'm not trying to say that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like with like little things, with like colds and stuff. I feel that like when I'm way more up for being like, fuck you, I'm gonna just continue with my day mentally. I don't know why.
It's not like you do anything to actually like prevent it, right? It's not like you like take a fucking like
I
eat honey or
literally
whatever.
I go out of my way to not take anything. Like
purposely.
I never take painkillers.
To
hate taking them.
To me, like taking painkillers is the point that I admit defeat and I am actually ill. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, because I'm like, even this time when I could feel my body like getting ill, I was like, no, it's not it. I'm not ill. I'm not ill. Like, I'm not gonna go out obviously because it's a pandemic, but I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna go by my daily schedule. And I woke up and I'm like 38. That's like a manageable fever. I'll get tested. Come back.
I don't know, 38 is pretty fucking high.
Like to me it was manageable until like I remember like sitting at my PC on the first day that the symptoms started rolling in. Obviously at this time I didn't get any of the test results, so I had no idea. It could have been a cold for all I knew. And I remember sitting down at the computer trying to work, and it was just as the day went on, I was like, no, body, don't do this. Don't do it. You're not ill. Come on, body. You can power through this. And I remember it was around like 5 o'clock where I was like staring at the script and I was like trying to get shit done. And I just like, no words would come out because I was just too tired. I was like, okay, I'm actually fucking ill. Let me take some fucking medicine. Let me take my temperature again and let me like do the fucking.
I can just imagine you sitting at your computer and just. It's like, oh god.
There are sometimes you're like, shit, my willpower wasn't enough to beat this minor cold. Shit.
Who would have thought?
Illness is just a perception, man. It's a perception.
It's same with like, I don't know, like painkillers and stuff like that. I have friends who will, they'll take a painkiller the moment they even get a slight headache.
Yeah.
But I'm always like really worried because then the same people like speak. This is just completely anecdotal. They're just like, oh yeah, well it doesn't work as well anymore because I take it too often. And I'm like, well, that's scary. I'm just not gonna take it unless I'm really, really in pain, and then I'll be like, all right, fine.
Because then what happens if they, get like, say like a really massive headache, or worse still, like where it's like, oh god, if you don't have pain medicine, you're just fucked. You might faint, you might pass out, or whatever, right? Like
I always worry about stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only scary thing for me was because I'd never gotten COVID before. Like normally when I get an illness, I've been ill enough times to know how my body deals with it, right? You know, like, okay, I'm gonna be out for X amount of days. I need to do this. Like, I've got this down to a science, right? I wake up with, like what's the throatitis, tonsillitis or something, which has happened a few times. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna be conked out for 2 days. I'm not gonna be able to speak for like 3-4 days, and then afterwards I'll be completely fine, right? But when I tested positive, I'm just like, fuck, I've never done this before, so this is all new territory for me, man. Like, how's my body gonna react to it? I've got asthma. Is that gonna play an effect? I'm just like, it wasn't like this. I didn't have a bad time. It was more of just like the unknown that scared me the most, right? Because it was something completely new that I had never experienced before. So I had no prior knowledge about how I should best deal with it or how my body was going to deal with it. Luckily, it was fine. Second thing that I kind of shit myself over was the everyone saying that you might lose your sense of taste. I'm just like, you know what? I think I'd rather go to hospital than lose my sense of taste, honestly.
What do you mean? With the bread take, you surely did. I think a lot of people would argue that you already did.
You sure you haven't gotten COVID before?
I'm pretty sure Garn's had COVID for like the past trash taste recording year. Half of these food takes.
I don't think you have any taste buds to kill.
Like the first thing that I did when I tested positive was obviously I needed to inform Mail-In to like inform Geeks Plus and everyone in the office that I tested positive. And the first thing he messages me about is, I've heard that COVID might like change your taste buds, so maybe you'll be able to taste bread now. I'm just like, fuck you, Mail-In. Roasted. This is not what I wanted to hear when I tested positive, okay?
Were you hungry at all? Did you have an appetite when you?
It was like exactly the same. Okay, so like here's the thing I hate about being fucking ill, right? Is that it's like I didn't lose my sense of taste, but like it was just the same like effect to your taste that you have with any illness, which just for some reason everything just tastes shit. Everything just tastes bland.
I get super hungry when I get sick.
Yeah, I remember
that's
like
so weird.
That's because remember when you got ill like a few weeks before when you got like tonsillitis, you just ate a fuck ton. And to me, like I can't eat at all when I'm ill. I just don't eat.
Assuming my stomach is okay and like I have any other illness, I'll just eat a lot. I don't know why.
For me, when I'm sick, like just the smell of food is like, ugh.
Do you remember that one time I got food poisoning? I got food poisoning this one time, and then the next day, while I was still dying, I was so hungry for like McDonald's. So I ordered like a fuck ton of McDonald's, and I ate all of it. And I weirdly, I felt a lot better. I don't know why. I feel like I'm the only person on earth who binged McDonald's and then felt better.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Because usually that's the thing that gives you food poisoning.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You think eating McDonald's after having food poisoning, it's a bold choice. It was really weird.
You're like really doubling down on that.
It was, okay, actually, the one time I do regret doing this is one time I was really sick. Again, I think with food poisoning. The next day, I know everyone's going to laugh, I decided to get Indian curry. And that was actually a mistake.
Why would you do that?
I was really craving like butter curry. I don't know why.
I crave a lot of good food when I'm ill as well, but like I've had it enough times that you regret it immediately once you take the first bite.
That was the only time I've regretted it. Other times I've gotten it and I feel better. I don't know if it's like in my mind I'm like, maybe my body's like, oh shit, we got another problem to deal with. Let's deal with that, and then everything just gets better.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a load of shit, really.
Your brain works one step at a time.
Maybe. I don't know. It's all weird. I feel like no one really understands their body. We're all just guessing. We're all just doing. We're like plague doctors trying to figure out our thing with our own weird rituals. I think we all just have a thing that we feel comfortable with, and somehow it works.
We've sorted it. We've been ill enough times to know kind of how our body reacts to certain things and to deal with certain things.
Like,
everyone's bodies is different.
Yeah, I'll sit there and like laugh at all these plague doctors from the 18th century, and then I'll just be like, I'm going to willpower my disease away. And so I'm like, is there any really, have we changed at all? I don't think so. I think we've just gotten smarter while
You know what fixed my sore stomach? McDonald's.
Dude, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, but like before COVID, like how often did you guys get sick like per year?
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yeah.
We're counting food poisoning, because I feel like food poisoning to me...
You seem to get food poisoning a lot.
Food poisoning to me, I don't count as getting, like, sick.
No, that's definitely sick.
That is illness. That is illness.
Hear me out. Because it's like if I poisoned Garn, you wouldn't be like, oh, Garn, I got sick. You'd be like, Garn was poisoned, right? It's a different kind of vibe. It's a sickness. You know what I mean? It's not like something you treat. It's like, you got food poisoning? Yeah, you fucked. You fucked. Just deal with it.
What? Wait, do you know what food poisoning is?
Yes.
It's not like someone slipped cyanide into your McDonald's.
No, I know, but it's not caused by like a natural cause of like sickness or a bacteria or virus. It's like something went wrong.
No, it is.
No, I know, but it's not like you got it by accident or something. You know what I mean? Like you stumble across it. It's like something had to go wrong for it to be there.
No,
right?
I think it's by accident, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, you wouldn't know if something's wrong with the food unless you try.
Unless you ate
I
it.
know, right? But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't count that as like the natural quota of getting sick, because like, let's say you undercooked chicken and there's salmonella in it. That's just like, that's fucked. You're done.
Yeah, but that's not the fault of the person who cooked undercooked the chicken. That's the fault of the salmonella.
Well, that's where you cook the chicken,
which is
right?
the disease that comes
Right,
naturally.
Yeah.
But that's not something you would ever come across naturally, right? That's not something you would normally come across. Like, let's say...
What do you mean by come across?
Like,
you mean like just like on the street?
Like,
oh,
it's
salmonella.
like something like carried. Like Garnt is like carrying like a normal, I don't know, a cold or whatever, right? It's a different category in my mind. I don't know.
Well, and like not every raw piece of chicken has salmonella.
No,
but
I know,
there is a chance that if you have a raw piece of chicken and it's not cooked, then the salmonella or the
That's why we
bacteria
have steps
will not
to-
be killed.
yeah.
In the same way that if you go outside and someone has COVID or the flu or something, and you
Yeah.
stand next to them and they cough and then you inhale
You have a
their
chance of
particles,
getting it.
then you have the chance of getting it. That's all right.
Sorry, in my mind, that's put differently, I guess. Because food poisoning is normally just due to the lack of like somebody fucking up, right?
You mean lack of
like undercooking and stuff?
Yeah, undercooking and stuff like that, or bad
Not
storage.
all the time though. Just sometimes
Not
it might
all
just
the
be
time.
like a rogue.
Well, like E. coli and shit. Yeah, that's a big fuck up. But,
Sometimes
like,
it's just a matter of like, oh, there was a piece of food there and just, unfortunately just a rogue, disease or virus just happened to fucking stumble on.
I mean,
And then you inhale
it's
it.
different though, right? Because then we
Are you saying that food poisoning is more preventable?
yeah, way more preventable. Well, that's why you can be like, your restaurant can be shut down if you keep giving people food poisoning. 'Cause
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
It's the majority of the time, something like food poisoning is due to somebody fucking up in the chain of because we have these steps, right?
So basically, the most times you get ill is when someone has fucked up and given you food poisoning, or you fucked up and given yourself food poisoning.
Mainly me. I look at it and I'm like, fuck it, and then I eat it, and then I shouldn't fuck
So
it.
that's why you don't count it as me getting ill, right?
Yeah, because, like-
it's kind of on you. It's kind of on you.
Because like if I just walked past someone in the street who was ill, I don't count that in the same thing.
I'm kind of understanding this mentality now.
It's not an illness, it's a self-own.
I don't know. It's just different in my head.
No, I don't know about you. I count food poisoning as an illness.
Really?
I do count food poisoning.
But then again,
as an
I've
illness.
I don't get sick often, but I think I've only ever gotten food poisoning maybe like twice in my life.
I didn't get it much till I came to Japan. I've had it many times in Japan. Weirdly.
Really?
Yeah, like 4
I've never gotten food poisoning in Japan.
Yeah, I've never gotten food poisoning in Japan. I've got it. Like the worst food poisoning I've gotten was in China, and also sometimes in Thailand as well. I think.
Yeah, I got really bad food poisoning in the Philippines.
Yeah, I think. You know. But I think food poisoning in Southeast Asia is just like part of the experience, right?
Yeah.
And
Exactly. It's
street
it's
food.
preventable if you
Street
No,
food.
no, in Southeast Asia, it is not preventable. that shit is everywhere.
I got hospitalized one time when I went back for a while. And damn.
I never knew you could get food poisoning from a mango, but I definitely got it from a mango. Like that shit fucked me up, dude.
I swear to God, every time Sydney has oysters, she gets like fucking food poisoning, and every fucking time she's like, maybe this time I won't. Maybe this time.
It's
maybe.
so weird. Like I hear, like you hear, you know, every now and then there's those foods that's like, yeah, food poisoning central, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Oysters being one of them.
Yeah.
This is poor storage.
I've never gotten it from oysters. It's so weird.
You probably only eat oysters here in Japan, right?
No, everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, I had it in the US, Australia, everywhere, and I've never gotten it.
That's a gamble in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, it's very much a gamble in the UK, and I think a lot of places in the US as well, because it depends how well they store it or how fresh it
So
is.
it's human error. See? This is why I don't count it the same in my head. If somebody sneezes at me in public, I'm like, that can't be helped. You know, whatever. You know, it's whatever. But if somebody forgot to fucking freeze a piece of fish, then served it to me, someone fucked up and made me sick. That's
Wait,
poison.
how is someone sneezing on you not a human error?
Well, no, like let's say you're in a plane, right? Someone 4 seats behind you sneezes, whatever. They didn't react quick enough. I feel like that's not. I can't possibly. I couldn't then go to like court and be like, this person sneezed on the plane behind me and didn't cover up their face. You know, I feel like it's not. You can't hold someone accountable. Whereas, like, let's say somebody just didn't store a piece of fish properly. That's like negligence on their part, and then they served it.
Yeah, I get that.
That's the why I don't treat it the same.
But I don't treat it the same either. But it's still an illness.
Yeah.
It's
Regardless of if it's like,
that's why
it can be helped or it can't be helped.
That's
That's
like
an illness.
No. That's why. But like, I feel like because it's like not a way to. I doesn't.
That's like, okay, would you count cancer as an illness then?
You don't get cancer from eating fish.
No. What I'm saying is, you treat it completely differently, but it's still an illness, right?
Yeah, but like that's something you can just get, right? That's just like different because that's like that most of the time.
Lung cancer?
Yeah. What if like you smoke enough?
Yeah.
That's
That's on
technically
you.
human error.
That's on you. And
so then in that case, it wouldn't be an illness according to you.
But even then, stuff like that, it's like it only raises your chances, right? Where it's like if somebody just gives you flat out a completely like fucked up piece of fish or meat that's been stored improperly, you're going to get sick 100%, right? Whereas like there are people who've been chain smoking from like age 10 till 100 who don't get it, right? So it's complete luck on that part. But with the storage food and all that, that's like, all right, somebody fucked up. You know what I mean? That's categorically someone just fucked up and they gave it to you and poisoned you. That's what it is. It's different to like getting an illness. It's totally different.
Doctors in the comments are cracking up right now.
I bet.
This conversation. Yeah.
I actually want to know what people think about this. I feel like I'm not the only one who thinks this way towards like food poisoning. This is not a weird thing.
I mean, it's just you getting ill. That's just it.
Like, if you ask me how often do I get ill, I wouldn't count that because that's got nothing to do with like how.
It's an illness.
No, it's not.
You're
It's
literally
how
sick.
If I were to just like make myself vomit, would you say like I've gotten an illness?
No.
Well, then why would food poisoning count towards that?
Because it's a literal disease.
But that's got no comment to like how often you get ill. That's how often you eat bad shit.
No.
Yeah. That's got entirely different.
No, I mean it all depends on your environment, right? But obviously, if you're in an environment where a lot of people are ill or we're going through a wave of illness, then you're more likely to get ill. In the same way, if you live in an environment where people are less careful with their food preparation, then you're more likely to get ill. That is the thing. If you go to Southeast Asia or a lot of places where the food standards aren't as high, no, it's true. It's true.
No, it's true.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying facts here. Okay, guys, I'm saying facts here. You go to a fucking street vendor on the street, you're just like, how is this meat prepared? Where did this meat come from? They don't fucking know. From
the back of my truck.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. I mean, I mean, it's all risk. It's all risk at the end of the day. You know, you can eat raw chicken in Japan. You know, it's still and apparently here it's more safer because you know food standards here in Japan are higher. I don't know how true that is, how not true it is, but at the same time you're still taking a
What
risk.
if you're the problem?
I could be, but I
What,
could
what if your stomach's just weak?
Well, no, I mean, if the restaurant just gives me like poorly stored sausage, I think that's their fault, you know? That's
Well, no,
on them.
because the one thing I learned from when I was in the Philippines is that, like, yeah, the food standards are a lot lower than normal, but people don't get sick because they just naturally have more of like a resistant stomach, right? From living
Not
there.
always.
Yeah, I'd say that's true actually. I would
Not
say
with
that's true.
everything, though.
Not with everything.
Not with everything, but with a lot of things that visitors to those countries would
Yeah.
immediately get sick with.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't say I have a weak stomach. I normally don't really have any problem with like gross foods or something that's a little off. But I mean, there are times where I've eaten something and then I got really sick, and I was like, why did I eat that?
Well, what do you count as food poisoning then? Because like, you go to a country or something.
Give me an example. Like, throw things at me, and I'll be like, food poisoning or not.
Okay, you go to a country, right? You
Right.
taste something that your body has never like tasted before.
Yeah.
It's like totally new cuisine, and your body's just like, ooh,
That's not food poisoning.
I don't
No,
like
no,
this, and then you get like the shits for like 5 days.
No,
or
that's
whatever.
not food poisoning. Shit
Okay.
isn't the food poisoning.
Yeah.
If it comes back up, that's food poisoning. Normally in my mind.
All right. So to me, it's like you need to have like, you know, your body is literally, you know, physically reacting in some way where it gives you like a fever or a headache or vomiting, you know, where
Something
I
that's
never
not
get
normal.
I never get anything like that from eating food, but when I do eat, like, I can normally remember what it was that gave me it, because I very much felt rough immediately after eating.
yeah, because I count food poisoning as I am conked out in bed
Yeah, and I'm,
because
like, throwing up, or
I'm
I've got a
throwing
lot
up,
of
I've got a
fever. Yeah,
fever, because that is it's literally like a bacterial
Yeah, that's what,
infection.
yeah.
You know,
I think if it makes you feel a little queasy and it gives you the shit, no, that's not. That's just you do have a weak stomach for that.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think if you're throwing up, you have a fever. Yeah, you have food poisoning. That's
Yeah.
what I would.
Yeah.
But then, like, I wouldn't, in my mind, if that happens to me, let's say you know,
you get that once a year.
lately it's been more. It's been like
What the
2-3
fuck?
times.
I've
Yeah.
only had that like a few times in my life.
Yeah.
Well, because I order a lot of food, right? I never cook myself, so I think
yeah,
it-
same.
I don't know. I think it happens a lot more. Also,
That's what I'm saying. I think it's you.
I think actually.
I think it's just
I think
you.
it's just you.
No, it's not. It's not me.
I think that's a you
I'm not the
problem.
one cooking it.
I think you just have a weak stomach.
No. Because it's happened where it's not just been me who gets sick from the food. Like, other people have gotten sicker with me. Really.
Right,
So,
right.
Maybe they have weak stomachs too.
no, that's not. That is not a good defense, Your Honor. Why did you give people E. coli? Oh, it's got weak stomachs, isn't it? It's got weak stomachs.
They just need to get good.
But you call it no. That's not how it works. Because I out of the last 3 times I got food poisoning, 2 times it was sausage, and I can distinctly remember eating the sausage and being like, really pink, really pink, and I was like, I think it's okay, I'll eat it, and then I regretted it immediately after. So I learned that, and the other one was from a bag of flaming hot Cheetos that was like 4 months old.
Well, that again
Well,
sounds like
yeah,
you
that's-
roll.
So that's mine, right? But when okay, let's say I'm an idiot and I eat a 4-month-old bag of flaming hot Cheetos, right? Yeah. To me, if I start throwing up, that in no way in my mind is in the same category as, like, let's say I got tonsillitis or something. Because it's like, this is me being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then I immediately got consequences for it, right? The only difference is, like, let's say I got to a restaurant, is that I didn't cook it, but somebody still fucked up, right? Let's say the sausage was awful. Like, so in my head, it's not in the same category as getting like an infection from just, I don't know where the fuck I got it from, right? Because it's like, somebody fucked up. With the flaming hot Cheetos, I fucked up. I massively fucked up.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. Okay, so you go to a convention.
All right.
Okay. You go to a convention.
Yeah.
You party for like every day at the convention. You get con flu.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone gets fucking con flu.
Yeah.
A lot of people get fucking
Yeah,
con
of
flu.
course.
Does that count as the same thing? Because, you know, like, you're going to a place where you know that you're probably going to get infected with something along the way because there's a lot of people in a single area, and you're putting yourself in a position where your immune system is going to be weaker because you're naturally doing a lot of shit. Does that count as the
Is
same
con
thing?
flu an illness?
Which category is it? The food poisoning or sick?
Which does con flu count as an illness?
Getting sick. Like normal sick.
Getting normal sick.
Yeah, normal. That's not food poisoning. I feel like food poisoning is in its own complete, like, category, closer to like self-poisoning to me. In my head. I don't know how. Do you understand why I think that way, or is you just don't get it at all?
I understand why you think that
Because
way.
to me,
I
it's like-
understand. I just don't agree with
Because
it.
it's not like I'm going to the con and I'm going around licking floors and I'm licking, you know what I mean? Like I am just, I know that you're at a higher risk because you're around a lot of people.
Yeah.
People who
I
aren't
know,
showering, people who aren't.
Sometimes you shake a hand and you're just like, oh, I better like sanitize this
And also-
afterwards,
yeah, and
man.
also-
Sometimes you know, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes
like my
you know.
hand is getting sick.
Yeah.
And because we're taking photos, we're getting close to people,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
want, people
Yeah.
handshake. Yeah, I understand that that's just like a big risk. Sometimes I get con flu, sometimes I don't. But that's again, like that's like me almost squishing like 6 months of interacting into one weekend. So to me, it makes sense that there was a very high chance you would get it.
Yeah.
But again, like it's not the same with food poisoning because again, somebody had to fuck up. In my head. I wonder if I'm like the only. I can't be the only person who sees it this way. There must be a lot of people.
I
in the
mean, you're
comments
the
who,
first in my head.
You're the
Really?
first person.
But how many people have you discussed this with? Right, this is not a normal thing to discuss.
It's not a normal thing to discuss because I think for most people, food poisoning is an illness. Like, it's like no question about it.
If you asked me, Connor, what's up? Why can't you come in the Troops Recorded Day? I'm not gonna be like, I'd be like, no, I got sick. But then in my head, I would have this category that I would label it. It just happens to now we have to talk about it, and I'm explaining it, and I didn't realize that people didn't see it this way.
So the next time you get food poisoning and you say, oh, sorry guys, I'm sick, I'm allowed to call you out on that? Or?
Yeah, you can be like, who fucked up? Yeah.
I'll be like, did you eat another fucking bag of flaming hot Cheetos?
Was it you or was it the restaurant this time?
Listen,
Who was it? Who's the culprit?
Here's the thing, right? If I get sick from a restaurant and you only know me, it's like, oh, Connor, or you. Let's say you don't know, like, let's say this restaurant has poisoned like 100 other people, then you would start being like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this restaurant still opening? The only difference is that you only hear my side, right? But obviously, normally a restaurant wouldn't be doing that. But still, I'm not crazy. This is just, it's perception, you know? I sound like Alex fucking Jones.
Yeah.
Turn the frogs gay with the water. You're just hearing one side of the story. It's like...
No. I agree that food poisoning
This is very hard to argue without sounding fucking insane.
I agree with that food poisoning is in a different category than, let's say, the flu or tonsillitis. But I would say that there are a lot of illnesses that can exist in different categories from the flu and food poisoning and a lot of things. But at the end of the day, so in my mind, they're all illnesses.
Yeah, if you ask me, Connor, are you sick? I'd be like, yes, if I had both.
Yeah.
But in my head, I don't treat them the same way.
Like there are millions of different illnesses with millions of different ways to prevent it. To stop yourself from getting ill or all this kind of fucking shit.
I want to bear in mind that this is not like some kind of hard scientific definition I put in my head. This is just like a mentality I have towards thinking.
Don't worry, people don't come to trash cans for that shit.
But there's always someone who's comments being like, I'm going to poke some holes through Connor's thoughts. And it's like, well, yeah, because I didn't really think that much about it anyway.
He's just talking out of his arse.
Just kind of rough estimation of how
I just don't see the benefit in labeling food poisoning as a different thing.
I feel like that's more of like copium on your end to be like, I'm not ill.
Wait, why not just say they're all illnesses?
I don't know.
What is the benefit?
Because again, this isn't something that I would discuss with people. This is not something that comes out in the open often. Obviously now I'm having to talk about it in front of 1 million plus people. But that was not my intention. This is just a soft definition in my head towards how I viewed the illness.
This episode is sponsored by Honkai Impact 3rd. With the girl in both black and white, let's welcome Shixel's strongest Valkyrie, Bianca Tajina.
The most awesome one in version 5.5 must be the Durandal, who is the first Valkyrie to have black and white forms. Just look at her costume and we would know that...
Back to the show.
Okay, so...
But obviously, if you're like E. coli, I wouldn't count that the same as regular food
So bringing this back to how we start this conversation.
How did this even come up?
How often do you normally get ill?
Yeah, that's how it started.
Not counting food poisoning, once a year, maybe.
Okay, including food poisoning?
Oh, that's exponentially. That could be like
how many flaming hot Cheetos did I eat in that year? You know?
How risky are we talking? How risky was my year? Oh, well, last year was like, what, four times, I guess? Yeah, that's 3 of them with food poisoning, though. Right. So 1.
So like, aside from this time, the last time I got ill was literally like 2 years before this.
I don't get ill often. Very rarely.
I very rarely get ill as well. Like I very rarely get ill to the point where I cannot Like I cannot work. Yeah. That I need to actually like take a rest and take a break because I feel like I don't know. I feel like my body. Obviously, this is all talking bullshit. I feel like my body, even if like
this whole episode's bullshit.
Yeah, because like there's been points where Sydney has been like fucking conked out in bed with a high fever and all that shit, and I get like a mild cough, and that's just it. And and she's conked out for 2 days, and I'm just like. How you doing, honey? How you doing, honey?
This is why
You need to get good.
This is why hospitals scare me as well. Because I'm like, when I'm around sick
That's right. That's how
people,
this all comes.
when I'm around sick people, I get way more scared of being sick.
Of course.
It freaks me out. I don't know why. Is this like a human reaction that we have? That we're like scared of sick?
I think it's pretty natural to be afraid of.
Yeah. I feel like that's a natural human reaction because you are averse to getting ill. You know, you are adverse to getting
people
ill.
are sick. People die there. It's like, why would you enjoy a place where people die?
Back when I had when I had it, man, it's genetic. What the fuck am I talking about? When I had it, I was cute. That's cute. I'm cute.
It's just a state of mind. It's
just that shit away. It's gone. Boom, just like that.
It's like food poisoning.
Yeah. Subscribe to my 5-step course on how to get rid of any genetic illness. So I had to go to the hospital a lot when I was a kid because I had to get my blood tested like every 3 months or something, or every 6 months, something like that. And far too often for my liking.
Yeah.
And I hated it because I had to like sit there for like 4 hours, get a test, wait, get another test, and get results and stuff. And then the whole time I was just surrounded by like very, very ill people. And it was always just like really scary as like an 8-year-old. And then like keep growing up and just keep seeing this. I'm like, uh-oh. And all the offices of like the doctors have are always like really cluttered, really messy. And I was like,
I think the one thing I hate about the hospital the most is the smell.
Yeah, the smell.
Yeah,
it's like the smell of a hospital is just like, it's like, it's hard to explain what that is.
There was also like
it smells of illness.
Yeah.
Literally. You know, like I said, when you're ill and when I was ill, things just smell and taste different. You know,
of course.
Naturally, and it fucking sucks. But like when you go to a hospital, for some reason you get that same smell where it's just like, man, everything just smells stale. You know,
Yeah,
and
it's stale.
It's the stale smell, like the magic, like the color has been like taken out of everything. You know, but like that's how I feel when I'm ill. I don't know. It just feels like life gets like a black and white filter be put onto it.
Do you like the smell of the dentist?
No.
Because I know people who love the smell of the dentist.
What is the smell of the dentist?
Swinging top.
It's like the smell of like I don't know what it's the smell of like. How do you describe the smell of the dentist?
I don't go, bro. I'm British. You don't go to the dentist.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't smell the dentist often. I'm kind of just in and out. I want to get out there as soon as possible.
It smells like clean teeth, but in like the worst way possible. Well, it smells like chemicals. That's the only way.
Yeah, I guess so. I never really thought about it. It smells like hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of fresh kind of like.
But like it's
medical places
it
smell like
smells-
the sterilized.
Yeah, it smells
kind of-
clean, but not in a good way. Or it's like,
Really?
It's like, yeah, because like, you know, when you think of like, say, you know, something that's clean, right? Like, you know, like scented hand sanitizer or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? Or like, you know, Febreze or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
usually it's like, oh, that's a good smell. Like that's like a refreshing smell. But like hospitals and dentists for me are just like, it's clean, but something.
No,
wrong.
hospital and dentist smell different to me. Like
No, they smell
very,
different.
very
But like,
different
I
to
feel
me.
they're in like the same like category of like, it's clean, but it's not like a good clean. It's like too clean, where it's like nothing's here anymore. Levels of clean, like it's sterilized is a good word.
Yeah, so it's sterile, which
Yeah.
I hope they are.
Yeah,
I would very much hope that they are sterile. You know.
That's the smell, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, dentists smell of clove
Clove
oil and tooth dust.
oil and tooth dust? What the fuck's tooth
I
dust?
mean, well, yeah, the grills off your teeth after they done.
Oh,
Like literally the dust.
gross.
Yeah.
I don't like
Smell
it.
of disinfectant and formaldehyde as well.
Yeah, it just smells like chlorine.
No.
It has like a faint chlorine smell.
No.
Maybe the dentist I go to, but I don't know if it's like next to
What are they shoving in your mouth,
What
Joe?
are they in your mouth with,
I don't
bro?
know. I don't know if they're like next to a pool or whatever, but like it smells like chlorine.
How often do you guys go to the dentist?
I try to go like twice a year, just as like a checkup.
When
I think
it
they say.
hurts?
When do you like put it in your, because like as British culture,
you're reminding me
British
now.
culture, we don't go to the dentist like a lot, and I only really started going actually like I would normally only go to the dentist before when I'd go to like Asia, and then like because like dentists were actually like really much cheaper there.
I am before all the British tooth jokes in the comments there.
But like, do you have like a schedule of like, oh, it's been like 3 months or 6 months
My
since I've been
dentist
to the
emailed
dentist?
me. Like, where are you?
Yeah, they
Been 3
say.
months.
I think they say when you're an adult, you should go at least 2 or 3 times a year as for like a checkup.
Right.
I don't know. Or like you know, because the good thing with the dentist is that like even if you don't have like a cavity or you're not hurting anywhere, like, they'll at least just like fucking clean your teeth.
Yeah, I hate when they clean my teeth though. Why is that drill so loud?
Oh, the water like pressure thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In Japan,
Lord.
it's horrible.
Like to me, I think the worst feeling is like getting a filling and like I don't know, just like.
Have you got a filling before?
I've gotten one before,
Right.
and I don't know that like that experience as a kid just scarred me for life,
Right.
Because just like I don't know what it is about just like just hearing the drill and just like not being able to see what they are doing to your mouth and just like
Do you want to see? Do you want PD?
I don't know. I don't know what's scarier, right? Because you know, it's like
I need to see this in 4K.
I think it can be arranged actually. I think
no, because like just I've it's like that feeling of just when they hit like your nerve ending for just a second.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
about this.
It's like, ow!
I feel that in my nightmares, you know. Like ever since I felt that as a kid the first time, that put me off going to the dentist ever again.
Yeah. The worst for me is when you hear the drill sound, but it's like deep in your ear, so
Yeah.
it sounds like it's in your ear, and
Yeah.
I hate it because it just sounds like someone's just getting into your ear like that.
I had like a nice mold made. You know, like when you go to bed, you wear like one of those plastic guards.
Yeah, I've got that as
Yeah,
well.
I've got that.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't worn it though, so that's good.
You haven't worn it?
No, I forgot.
Dentist was proud of that.
I know. Sorry, dentist. Fuck. My dentist speaks English too. Fuck. I don't know. It was really annoying to sleep with for a long time. I couldn't sleep with it in. It was
Yeah,
very
yeah. It took
uncomfortable.
me about a week to get used to.
Yeah.
I woke up drooling everywhere with it.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. That's a normal
That
experience.
happens.
Yeah.
That happens.
I think I didn't start snoring until I started wearing my mouth guard because it literally forces you to be a mouth breather when you sleep, right? Because you got the
Yeah.
gap between
Because
your
it's like
teeth
it
now.
would like push my child. I couldn't breathe comfortably.
Yeah.
from my
Why did you need to get it?
I don't know. My dentist was like, you don't really need it, but it's good to just prevent.
Dentist was just trying to fuck you over.
Oh, well, it's like $300, so I'm sure they were like, yeah, I think
you
of
definitely
course.
need this.
You
Yeah.
need this. You need this.
They were like, yeah, I think grinding your teeth is an issue, but it might be, so we can get a night guard done if you just want to be careful, and we can. And I was like, oh, sure.
Yeah.
And then they did it, and then I really didn't like it, so I just stopped using it.
Because I grind my teeth as well, but my doctor was like, if you don't have this guard, your bottom teeth are
Oh,
literally
really?
going to disappear. I was
don't
like, oh,
really grind
Yeah.
my teeth.
please give me the mouth guard.
Yeah, like I didn't really know about it until I started getting like jaw problems. So like I think like in my mid to late 20s, I started like getting jaw problems where it felt like sometimes I'd wake up and something would like feel off or like slightly dislocated or
Yeah.
something.
God.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was an issue until I started getting the issue, and then I went to my dentist, and you're like, yeah, you grind your teeth a fuck ton, and you need to wear a mouth guard because your bite is going to get like more and more deformed
Well,
if
after
you don't
this
wear
episode,
one.
I'm going to schedule an appointment because I forgot to reply to that email like 2 months
Yeah,
ago. So I'll
yeah.
do that.
I should probably do
But
the
I
same
hated it when they did the mold thing, right? They put like all that
Gunk in you, yeah,
like the putty thing, right?
yeah,
it was
yeah.
so confusing figuring out how to breathe for a second. Where I was like, wait, shit, my mouth is completely like covered with this gunk. How do I breathe without my teeth? It feels so weird. I wonder if that's how it feels when you have like dentures. I don't know. Just like not having teeth. It felt really strange. Also, I remember that they were like, whatever you do not swallow right now. And then I've never had an urge to swallow more in my life. I was like,
is that a challenge?
it was like, oh. They're like blasting shit in your mouth, trying to clean it. Something like, do not swallow, do not swallow. I'm like, fuck that. All I can think about is swallowing this weird liquid that smells like apples. I want to do it. Let me
JoJo
swallow.
fans be like,
That's the JoJo fight. He thinks I won't swallow, but I will swallow the poison.
Next thing you'll say is don't swallow.
It's true. It's true. It's awful. I don't like dentists. I don't think anyone likes the dentist. If they do,
I don't think anyone likes the hospital as well. But yes.
Kids want to play on the free PS2 that they have there.
Yeah, you talked about this, didn't you?
That used to be me.
Yeah.
I used to like it, but then the GameCube controls were robbed.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I wish I went to your hospital because my hospital didn't have that shit at all.
Have you guys ever had to ride in an ambulance?
No.
Yeah, I did. like in Japan actually.
In Japan?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because Aki had a slight accident
Right.
at our last place, and it was pretty bad. So we had to call the hospital, and I was riding the hospital. Riding the hospital, riding the
hospital.
I had to get an ambulance. So, I was riding the ambulance late at night, and because it was late at night, the closest hospital was closed.
Right.
Makes no fucking sense. You'd think hospitals are open all the time.
Yeah.
So we had to go to the next furthest one. So it was like a 15-20 minute ride.
Yeah.
And luckily, Aki was okay. She was calming down in the ambulance.
Right.
And it was so fucked up because it's in my head during that whole ambulance ride, 95% of my brain was like, oh God, I hope, Aki's okay and she'll, we'll be able to get out of this one.
Yeah.
And 5% of my brain was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm in an ambulance. Whoa, this is so cool. I've never been in one before. This is what it looks like? Oh shit.
I always just feel really bad. I feel like I'm inconveniencing these workers.
Yeah, even though it's their job.
Even though it's their job.
Yeah, my leg could be broken. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so sorry for wasting your time.
Yeah.
Surely if someone else has a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get there myself. All right.
That's cool an Uber.
Yeah.
It's just cool an Uber, right?
It was just like when I remember I was in the emergency room. I've never been in an ambulance, by the way, but I was in the emergency room and this guy was just holding onto his thumb. And I thought that was really fucking weird. And he was really calm.
Yeah.
He was just holding onto his thumb like this, and I could see that the
Holding
bandage-
onto his thumb.
his
thumb was falling off?
His thumb had been cut off. He was holding on.
Oh, in his hand.
He was holding onto his thumb.
What?
And he was really calm, and they were talking to him, being like, "Are you ready, Mr. Jones, to go to the?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's all right. We can go. I don't mind waiting a little bit." It was weird. It was really strange. Because I didn't realize what he was doing at first until I saw the bag of ice with it, and then he had a band-aid going around like this. His hand was like this, right? And he had band-aids going around.
Oh.
I just wanted him to be like, "Are you ready, Mr. Jones?" And be like, "Thumbs up, haha."
It's really weird. I've there's TV shows in the UK, like just farmers who had their arm cut off, and you're like, yeah, whatever, be ready. It's really strange.
I'd be fucking freaking out. Because if there's one finger you don't want to
That's the thing
lose.
you don't want to do, right? You don't want to freak out. You want to be calm.
That's true.
And I feel like the more you panic, the worse it is for everyone.
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah,
to
of
calm
course.
yourself down. But I don't know. It's easier said than done. Right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've never been in that situation, so it's hard to imagine how you'd react in that situation because you've kind of never been in that situation.
Yeah, it's weird, really, because when I've been in situations where I feel like I have to calm myself down, afterwards I'm like, is that what, you see people freaking out.
Yeah.
Are they trying to calm themselves down, or what's going through their head? Is it just
What do you mean?
When I'm let's say if I'm bleeding really badly, which has happened a few times or something, and I have hemophilia, and my whole focus when it's happened, I remember distinctly, is I'm literally just focusing on not freaking out. That's all I'm doing. And I'm trying to keep it together.
Yeah.
And I just think is that what everyone does? I don't know, because there's no way to get into someone else's mind.
No. Yeah.
So I wonder when has anything ever happened to you where you're really scared and you're freaking out?
I mean, I've never had anything life-threatening or anything like that, so I wouldn't know myself how I would react. But if I know how I react with a lot of situations, it's just calm. Calm.
It's trying to force yourself. I don't know how the human mind is pretty fucking weird. I don't know.
I'm the kind of guy who in stressful situations just say nothing. I don't know. Okay, this is going off tangent now, but I don't physically react when someone tries to jump scare me. A lot of the times, right? I remember every time there's a jump scare, or anytime Sydney tries to prank jump scare me, she goes like that or something when I come out the shower or whatever, and I'm just completely fucking the Terminator, zero reaction, and she's just fuck you, and I'm like, haha, Sydney, that's right, I ain't a pussy bitch. Whereas inside I'm just fuck my life, it's inside I'm screaming my fucking heart out, man. So I don't know,
pee slowly runs down your leg. It's get good, Sydney.
Yes, I don't know.
I am the complete opposite. I hate it when someone comes around the corner and scares me. I always stop myself from throwing a fist out because I'm it's a threat. Oh no, it's not. It's not. Okay, thank God. It's a threat. My fight or flight is just fight. No. Okay, I shouldn't. No, but it's weird because when I had to call the ambulance for Aki, I was like surprisingly calm. I thought I was gonna be, because I'd never like called the ambulance before, right? Or like, you know, because I didn't know what the fuck the procedure was, right? So the first time I was calling, I was in my head, I was like, oh god, what the fuck am I gonna say? Am I gonna stutter? You know, what the hell's gonna happen? But then by the time I got finished, I was like, oh, I was a lot calmer than I thought I was.
Yeah, Domino's will be here in 15 minutes, honey. Don't worry about it. Oh, I gotta call the ambulance now? Oh, shit. Fuck. Sorry.
Oh, you said ambulance.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
I thought you said pepperoni.
You're like, don't worry, Aki, the double pepperoni pizza's gonna be here in 15 minutes.
Something to look forward to. Don't worry.
Fuck. Fuck.
Who's gonna get here faster? The Domino's delivery guy or the ambulance? My bet's on the Domino's. Yeah, no, it was surprisingly calming. But then I think it was, for me, I'm calm in the moment. But then when it's all over, that's when it all comes out.
Yeah.
Right. So
to me, I panic like post when everything just kind of sinks in to be like, holy shit, that fucking happened. And I went through all this shit. And it's only after the event has transpired that it actually starts to sink in and I start to feel the gravity of everything that's happened.
Yeah.
At least to me. I do have a question though, because I kind of remembered this in the experience I had in the past week. Have you guys ever gotten fever dreams?
What do you mean by fever dream? Can you define one for me?
When you dream you have when you have a fever.
When you have a really bad fever and you start dreaming really weird shit. Because I thought it was just a saying, right? I thought it was just a term of phrase, right? Until I started dating Sydney, who gets like some of like the most fucking weirdest fever dreams I've ever heard in my life.
Like while conscious?
Huh?
Like while asleep?
Okay, so
What do you mean walk? Oh, it's just fucking ravens. Just like,
What
I'm having a fever dream.
like she's running around the apartment, or is she asleep, wakes up, and then they're like, "God, you don't believe this dream I had. I was the president."
I don't think that's a fever dream. I think that's just like going psycho.
Can we get a definition of where fever dream comes from?
okay, so when you have a really bad fever, obviously you try to rest. Your body tries to rest, right? Or at least some people's body tries to rest. And then you go to sleep and you're like sweating, you start having a really bad fever, you know, as your body tries to fight off this illness. And then some people, or I'm saying some people because the experience I've seen it happen to is with Sydney, and she'll just wake up drenched full of sweat and was just like, honey, I just saw Connor in a bikini running on the beach. What the fuck is going on? Where am I right now? Like she'll just wake up and just say like the weirdest fucking shit that happened. And I'm like, what just happened? And she was like, oh, it was just.
Oh, that's believable, actually. That is possible.
That wasn't a fever dream. That was just a video.
That's an episode of Cosmos.
Yeah, because like I've never had like a single fever dream at all. Or like I've rarely ever dreamed.
The problem is it's
you
not
have
like
a
you don't
definition?
dream, because I think I'm the exact same way. Whereas like I don't remember 99% of my dreams, and it's fucked up because it's like I remember some mornings I wake up and I'm like, I remember having a really good dream, and then as I am waking up and I'm trying to remember the dream again, I'm like, yeah, and it's wait, what the fuck did I just dream about? And it's so weird because it literally like fades away as I'm trying to think about it. But all I remember is that I had a good dream.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you told me to recite it, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't remember.
Cause to me, I feel like I've just rarely ever dreamed. I don't know, because like if I have a dream,
No, you do dream. Everyone dreams.
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do.
You're not a fucking reptile. Like you do dream.
Maybe I am, Joey. Maybe I am.
Do we have the definition for a fever dream?
Yeah, fever dreams are vivid, often bizarre or unpleasant dreams sleepless when experiencing a fever. Yeah.
I'm sure I've had a fever dream.
So
Yeah, but they happen similar to other dreams. They can happen during any stage of sleep, mostly.
yeah, it just seems like her dreams when she has a fever is just like the wildest ones. You know, it's
That's so strange. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe like once every month.
yeah.
I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
I probably can only remember like 2 nights.
But like if I have a dream, I remember the fact that I had a dream. But like
Yeah.
most nights I wake up and I'm just like there was just a void in my head. There was nothing. There was nothing. I dreamt nothing.
Can you feel the sense of time passing when you're aware that you're dreaming?
Yeah. Have you ever had a lucid dream?
No, I really want to though.
Those are the funnest ones.
I've
only
had
it
once.
I've only had it a few times.
I think I've had situations where what I wanted to happen in the dream during it did happen, but I feel like it's a battle. I don't know. This is so hard to remember this stuff. This is what scientists have been trying to like fucking figure out for like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you ever had a dream that's like been so vivid that it's kind of like just stuck with you for like years and you can still recite it? Because I don't remember most of my dreams.
You
right?
have?
I have one nightmare I had when I was little that I think is the reason why I'm afraid of heights now.
Right.
So like, you know how they say like you can't die in your dream, like because you've never experienced it before.
I think that's BS.
Well, actually, I thought it was BS too until I had this nightmare.
I'm pretty sure I die in a lot of my dreams.
You're right.
I don't know.
No. Food poisoning.
One
I've
of
definitely,
those food poisoning dreams.
I've definitely died in my dreams, but I've just woken up immediately as I've died.
Yeah.
Really? Do you always wake up? Is that like guaranteed?